Could Styx the Badger come to the main Sonic series? Let's take a look. How is it going, everyone? Blueknight here, and welcome back to another Sonic the Hedgehog video. So today I wanted to discuss a certain character from the Sonic Boom universe, and whether or not she could appear in the main Sonic the Hedgehog series. The character I'm referring to is none other than Styx the Badger. You know.
Yeah, and I'd like to offer you a position in our anti-Eggman unit. Or you can fight the alien overlords. They haven't invaded yet, but I know they're coming.
Okay, so yes, it does sound crazy to bring over a spin-off character into the main series, but it's definitely something that quite a few fans, myself included, would like to see. In Styx's case, this could work very well. You see, Sonic Boom introduced a lot of new characters like Lyric, Cliff, Defect, and others. Styx, on the other hand, is the only one of the new Boom characters to stick out. Oh man, that joke was just too obvious. And she actually looked and felt like a true Sonic character. As you can see in Sonic and Mario 2016 and Sonic Runners, she fits in with everyone else just fine. Both of these are modern Sonic games, but not main series nor Boom games. Of course, this can easily be seen as mere promotional appearances by Styx for Sonic Boom, which was still airing when these two games launched. Despite this, she did not appear in the Sonic and Mario 2020 Olympic Games, nor Sonic Runners Adventure, with the latter releasing just months before Boom's second season finale premiered. Basically meaning that when Sonic Boom ended, it also meant the end of the character as well. Or does it? So even though Sonic Boom's production had wrapped, she's still a pretty popular character with the fans, and even Sega themselves going as far as to give Styx a dedicated section on their Sonic Channel site. Okay, so that's not exactly too much to go with, but it is interesting to see that Styx is the only Boom character to have her own section. On top of this, back in 2018, Ian Flynn, who is the writer of the IDW Sonic comic series, who also wrote a few episodes of Sonic Boom's second season, responded to a question about Styx appearing in the IDW comics, and here's what he said.
At some point in the IDW Sonic, when will we see the IDW version of Styx show up and be part of that universe? In fact, could she and IDW Amy Rose become BFFs?
We'll work backwards on that. As far as I can tell, the canon version of Styx is that she is always friends with Amy. So that can just be assumed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
When, where, and how we introduce Styx to the comic, I'm not going to say, because that would be spoilerific. I'm sure she'll show up at some point, because she's super popular. She's like the only spin-off material that has bridged the gap into main canon that I can think of off the top of my head. And I'm not counting the Freedom Fighter showing up in Spinball. That's another thing altogether.
I'm just wondering, is she going to have the same design, pretty much, or anything that you know of?
Yeah, because her art on Sonic Channel is pretty much the same, so it looks like she's just coming over wholesale.
Sweet.
So basically, if she was to appear, she would basically be the exact same character overall. Personality-wise, though, I really hope that they keep that aspect about her the same, as that's what I really found enjoyable about her character. Okay, now the part where Flynn says, I'm sure she'll show up at some point, because she's super popular. She's like the only spin-off material that has bridged the gap into main canon that I can think of off the top of my head. Here, he's likely referring to the Worlds Unite series that he did for Archie Comics, which brought together the Archie Sonic comics, Sonic Boom comics, and different Mega Man comics into one big multiverse story. Again, as you can see, she fits right in with the main series characters. Unfortunately, a few months back in September 2019, Flynn gave an update on the situation on his BumbleCast podcast, and here's what he had to say about that.
And our next question comes from Styx the Badger. I'm kind of scared. Am I off limits too in the comics? Since Boom is over, Sega doesn't seem to care anymore, so I wouldn't be surprised. Sad face.
Sorry, Styx. I thought you'd be a shoo-in, but the last 2 times I pitched you appearing in the book, they were turned down. But I don't think you're like officially off limits. It's weird. I really don't know. I have tried it from a couple of directions and not succeeded. So I don't know. We'll see.
So basically, he's already tried to bring her over a few times. And, well, that didn't turn out because they were all turned down. So at this point, we could assume that Styx has come to a similar fate as Infinite and Lyric, which, as I mentioned before, Sega practically banned them from appearing in any comics whatsoever. And another thing, these two don't even have a section on Sonic Channel's website, which is kind of strange considering that Infinite is a relatively new character. However, Flynn went on to say that he doesn't think that Styx is officially off limits to the IDW series, meaning there's still a chance for an appearance by her. When that'll be, we don't know, but keep this in mind. Sonic's 30th anniversary is next year, so maybe the reason Styx wasn't allowed to appear the past few times is because Sega could have plans for the character for the 30th anniversary, basically holding off on her making an appearance in anything until then. Just like with the 20th anniversary, the 30th anniversary will likely celebrate all things Sonic, obviously, from the past 30 years. Again, more obvious. Sonic Generations did this perfectly, although I wouldn't expect another Generations as that'd be too predictable. Including Styx in anything for the 30th anniversary, whether that'd be a new game, the IDW comics, or TV show, which I assume might happen after Sega's director of animation said that he thinks that the world is ready for another Sonic TV show. Doing any of that would be a good way to represent Sonic Boom's portion of Sonic's past. It would also be Styx's first actual appearance in a canon main series game. Who really knows what Sega's got planned for Styx, but I do feel that this is a good way for Sega to preserve her character while keeping the memory of Sonic Boom alive to an extent, as her character was too good and too popular just to fade away like Mighty and Ray, who eventually came back about 25 years later. Hopefully that don't happen with Styx. So with that, guys, is pretty much it for today's video. And as usual, what do you think about this? Do you think Styx could or should come to the main Sonic series? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below, and also be sure to stay tuned to the channel for even more Sonic the Hedgehog content coming to you at the speed of sound. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and supporting the channel. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Goodbye!